Okay, so let's get down to business and get the dragon to flap his wings. Now, armed with the terminology we have, we see the dragon's FB axis is like this. It's facing forward in this direction. So if we want the wing to go down this way, what we are doing is we're changing the wing's roll. So we'll bear that in mind as we now create a method. So how do you create a new method for an object? What you do is you select the object, and then you say create new method, and the name of the method is going to be flap wings. Okay, and do that. So now what we want to do is create that method. So what do we want to do? We want these two wings to come down together at the same time. So we're going to have a do together that goes in here. And what do we want them to do? We want both of the wings to roll. Well, which wings do we want to roll? Let's see. Let's first take care of the left wing. That's this one up here. We want it to roll, so we'll throw that method into here. And let me see. We want it to roll to the left. It takes a little practice to get this the left and the right all down. So we'll do it by, let's say, 0.2 revolutions. And at the same time, we want the dragon's right wing, to do the same thing. We want it to roll, but it's going to go in the opposite direction and by the same number of revolutions. So actually we already have something. We have that the dragon is going to flap its wings partially by doing this. So let's see if that much works. Now if we look at our world method, it's not doing anything, but actually what we would like it to do is have the dragon flap its wings. So what we do there is we select the dragon, and we now have this method at our disposal for the dragon. So we'll drag this in here to the main method, and it will flap the wings. So now we can test this. So you see the dragon is flapping its wings down. Okay, so that's all very well and good. We can get the wings to flap up very easily by just going to this flap wings method. And we could take this and do it all over, but there's actually a really nice shortcut in Alice. That is, we can copy this. And the way you do it is you drag all of this to the clipboard, and then you drag the clipboard back to just below where that do together is. So we have that do together twice. Okay? Now the second one, we want to undo what the first one did. So we just need to reverse the orientation. So this left is going to become a right, and that right is going to become a left. And now that should work. We do the play, the dragon flaps his wings up and down. A couple more things I would like to say about this dragon. First of all, if you look at the flap wings method, someone who's reading this casually might not immediately guess what's going on. So a thing that programmers generally do is they put in comments, and to give the reader a better idea of what's happening. So the way you put in a comment in Alice is you select this double slash, and what we're going to do is describe this operation where the dragon is moving his wings down. So what I'll do is I'll enter a comment that says this is the downstroke where both wings move down. Okay, and we're going to do a similar thing for the upstroke. enter some other thing that says upstroke. Both wings move up. Okay, so that's a little nicety you'll want to add to your programs to make them more readable. It's actually a very important part of programming. And one final thing is that we have this nifty dragon with this flap wings method. What if we want to use the same object in other worlds? And that's quite an easy thing to do. First thing we would probably want to do is change the name of this type of object to distinguish it from the regular dragon. Let's call it a flapping dragon. And then what we want to do is save this object so we can use it in another world. So you just right click on it and say save object, and I'm going to save it in a directory called custom gallery. You can choose any directory you want. It'll be saved in a file called flappingdragon.a2c. So we'll save it. Now if we create another world, let's say new world, I'll save this one, another grass world, then I could say file and then import, and I have to go to my my custom gallery, which is here, and choose the flapping dragon, and this dragon that I'm putting in this world has the same exact methods, including the flap wings method.